Well, hello once again to the Scandinavian Arena in Gothenburg in the south of Sweden, and semi-finals day at the Women's EHF Euro 2016. It's been a terrific competition, but we are now down to the last 4 teams from the 16 that started out. My name is Paul Bray. Thanks for joining us today for this second semi-final as France take on Norway. Norway, the defending champions, and indeed the current world champions, against France, silver medalists at the Olympic Games in Rio. So the French team are coming out. Golczynski, one of the new players, 3 of them playing their first senior major competition for the team. Glosser, the first out, the goalkeeper. Aiglon, used primarily in defense, but finding her attacking streak again against Serbia in the last match. Alison Pinault, former World Player of the Year, the most recognizable face probably. Razadi has been brought on late in games. Manon Huet. And there is Amandine Leno, the goalkeeper. Team who averaged 92 internationals per player. France arrive here without Dansette and Bulot, the 2 right wingers, and so have just Golczynski. On the right wing, a relative newcomer to the team. So the last player making her way onto the court, Lacravert. And there's the coach, Olivier Krumholtz, in charge for many years. He was replaced in 2013 by Alain Porte, but that didn't last long. It didn't quite work out. Then they had to go back and ask him, can you please come and take charge again? In a very welcome return. And now the team from Norway, Kari Alvik Grimsbo, one of the 2 goalkeepers. Hansen, replaces Bjorsen. Here's the next player out, Christiansen, starting left back. Ingstad, relative newcomer to the team, on the line. Nora Mörk, she should have a huge influence today, the right back, who plays for Giurietto in Hungary. Captain now, Stina Öftedal, plays in France for Ici Paris, together with Silja Solberg, the second keeper, about to come out. Silja Borda coming out, one of the newcomers. That is Solberg. Silja Solberg, whose twin sister Sanna, also in the team. Fans, a great atmosphere. We understand 4,000 Norwegian fans here today as Herem makes her way down the line, the left winger. Plays for Vardar Skopje in Macedonia alongside Lacravert and Leno. Sanna Solberg, the sister, and there sitting on the right is the coach, Thorri Helgersson, an Icelander. And next to him, Mia Hermansson Söderdahl, a Swede. And the referees, Dalibor Jurinovic and Marko Mrvica, are from Croatia. Refereed at the last Euro as well. And a fantastic atmosphere building up in the arena here. And on the right, Marco Trespidi. On the left, Jutta Herman Wolf of the European Handball Federation. Nora Mörk then. Can she lead her team to their 10th Euro final? Now it is time for the national anthems. It will be Norway first. as ever, the smiles and a huge cheer from the crowd. And now it's time for the Marseillaise. Fair to say there are more Norwegian than French supporters here. So these two teams who've met 18 times in official competition. 15 wins for Norway, only 3 for France. And indeed, this is the third time that France meet the Norwegians in a Euro semi-final. They haven't won the first 2. Can it be third time lucky? Or will Norway head to their 10th Euro final? In fact, the Norwegians have won the last 4 meetings between these teams. 3 in friendly tournaments, and the last time in official competition, Euro 2012. 30-19 on that occasion. It's 16 years since France last beat them in a Euro competition. For France, Nzeminko, Pinot and Lacrabert could start at the back, although Krumholtz changes a lot. Kolczynski, the only right winger, should be there with Dembele on the left wing. And Landry tends to start ahead of Idouige, who's used more in defence in the picture there, with Glosser favoured in goal. So Idouige, best defender in the French league for the last 2 years. A line player, tends to block well, doesn't score quite so many goals. So last hurrah for the team before they step on court. Can they turn their fortunes around? Well, for Norway, well, despite the absence of Heidi Løke, who's expecting a baby, and the non-selection of Rigelhut Koren, still very experienced, should line up with Mørk, Øfterdal and Christiansen at the back. Kurtovic and Herem on the wings, and Frafjord pressed into attack as well as defence in the absence of Heidi Løke. While Solberg tends to be the first choice keeper, but never discount Hergasson's decisions. 34 goals Mørk has scored so far, and 32 assists in this competition. She's the third highest scorer at Euro 2016. So for Krumholtz, can he turn French fortunes here? Or will the wily old fox, Thorir Hergarsson, come out on top again? They played each other just 10 days ago at the Golden League tournament in Norway. 29-20 to Norway on that occasion. France will need to be on song at the back. It's a lack of consistency is their problem. Both teams very strong in defence. Could be low scoring, but they will need to be strong with all of them at the back. Lacrabert, Pinot and Nzeminko, who's been very impressive. So here we go then. France throw off the second semi-final at the Women's EHF Euro 2016, playing against the defending champions Norway, here in the Scandinavium Arena in Gothenburg. France on the attack, and they need to fire on all cylinders. They can't just have Nzeminko being the reliable one. Nyombla started, interestingly. Lacrabert. Quick change of direction, Nzeminko inside post, beautifully done. Quick change of direction, not being used in defence, she races off. And on comes Camille Aiglon. Number 5 for France, used mostly in defence, but pressed into the attack against Serbia in their last group match. She scored 6 from 7. But Norway, the only team with a 100% record in this competition. Preliminary round in Helsingborg, they beat Romania, Croatia and Russia, while in the main round they beat Denmark, Hungary and the Czech Republic. France just one defeat in 6 games against the Netherlands. Their last match of the preliminary round beat Poland and Germany otherwise, and in the main round they beat Spain with a buzzer-beating goal from Pino, and then Sweden, the host, to take them out of the semi-finals, and Serbia. Well, Leno has started in goal, but fluffs the lines on that one as it goes straight through. While at the other end, it is Kari Alvik Grinsbo who started in goal. There was a little mistake, through the legs and out the other side. Of course, Silja Solberg, the other Norwegian keeper who plays for IC Paris in France, and although none of her teammates are playing against her today, Coach Edgerson may feel that they still know her too much. Zeminko. Lacrabert, who likes those cross-court runs. Kolczynski, the only right winger in the absence of the injured Dansette and Buleux. Passive play. They need a shot now. Won't count. Free throw, though. She was fouled beforehand. And back comes Nyombla, who plays for CSM Bucharest in Romania. Moved there from Fleury last summer. They've only got a few passes left, France. Need a big shot. That could be the last one. Oh, incredible! Missile. And Grimsbush says, oh, I should have had that covered. (2-1) France. Norwegian fans urging the team on here. Last win by France against the Norwegians goes back to the Olympic Games in London in the group stages, 24-23. He had to get us on early stages, but still mulling over his options. You know, for her experience being used in defence at the moment for Zeminko as Öfterdal, captain. Christiansen, another awkward bounce there by Merck as they came under pressure. The French defence holding well. There was that incredible shot. Look at the reaction, Aiglon Pinot. From a long way out, there's little darting run, Zeminko, no way through. There's the Siofok in Hungary in Zeminko. 45 goals for them this season in the league. Nyombla. Lacrabert, not a great shot. Comfortable save by Grinsbo, greeted with a huge cheer around the arena. Öfterdal will want to switch with Christiansen. She tries to go right. Shot saved, the break is on, Kolczynski's away. She's got a defender up front, delays and takes the extra step. Turnover. Good defending by Norway to put her under pressure. And there was that fourth step. Seven of the French players played their club handball in France, 5 of them for Metz, otherwise the others scattered around Romania, Germany, Russia, Macedonia and Hungary. Their level of the stroke of 5 minutes played, long-range effort, Merck again. Aiglon staying on in attack for now. Does she go off? She does, number 5. So Pinot and Aiglon, the experienced duo, being used in defence only, while Zeminko and Lacrabert, the 2 back players, being given a break. Very mobile defence by the Norwegians. The gap for Lacrabert! One of her favourite runs, cross-court, looking for the gap. There it was, and right through the legs of Grinsbo. Merck, that was the earlier one. Look at that. 2 defenders standing back, they know the danger with Merck. 3-2 then the lead for the French, 6 minutes played. Kurtovic comes around on the line. Öfterdal came off a defender. Big cheer from the French. Grosser, the other goalkeeper who plays for Metz. Played more for France, Grosser, as a starter. Good save by Leno, penalty. Foul, it may have been by Aiglon. Yellow card for her for that little push. But Öfterdal, job done. Merck scores and it's all square again. Took for pace really, didn't react the keeper. Brilliant. Grimsbo read it wrong. Nyombla, top right-hand corner. Frafjord goes in on the line, and again, all kinds of problems being caused for Pinot. Merck turning her inside out, but it's a free throw. She'll go back to her right-back position. Merck, who linked up so superbly with Heidi Löke, player who's also Giurietto, where she plays in Hungary. Was now expecting a baby and having to adapt to a different style of line play by Frafjord, but as the competition goes on, she's been finding her increasingly. 2 in on the line again. Kurtovic is there. Merck. That was would have been an attacking foul anyway, but blocked. The ball's gone. Pinot looks for options. She finds Aiglon. Pinot into the line. Attacking foul. Run into the defender. Good play by Norway. End-to-end stuff here. Save. Let the line player go. Leno saves. There's a yellow card. Grosser sits down. It's not you, don't worry. Pinot, I think. There's the holding. She let her go. And the play on, says the ref. Frafjord good with the supply, though. Happy that she's finding the blocks on the line to allow the players to come through. Pinot with a yellow card, but France still leading by 1. There's been a bit of a let-off on that last action. Lacrabert. Passive play now as France can't find a way through. Ball's fumbled by Edwige. She got away with it luckily because it looked like it came off her foot. With that. Oh, it's gone in. Clips a post, comes off the side of Grimsbo and stays in. France have a 2-goal lead. Favourite cross-court run. So Lacrabert is shot off. Has just given France. Should be a 5-3. There we go, corrected. A 5-3 lead. And at the moment, the strong French defence pressuring them, but they stay with the same lineup. Although Christiansen now in the middle. She's got a good shot on her, Öfterdal, who can break down a defence with pace. Merck goes wide. And for now, it's all holding well. Merck getting upset. Options just not there, but the French are covering the line well and providing depth. Past the 10-minute mark then. 2-goal lead for the French against Norway. Here they're meeting for the 3rd time in a Euro semi-final. They've lost both of those. Can it be 3rd time lucky? They've also met twice in World Championship finals, 1999 and 2011. And again, Norway won both times. Lacrabert, top corner. Well, France are on fire, and the problem for them before has always been the attack. Here today, it's going on all cylinders. Team timeout Norway. They need to catch their breath here. Lachabert for once going straight at Øfterdal rather than cross court and over the top of Grimsbo.
Og når de kommer på skuddet, mye tøffere opp i de. Er de med? Et steg til, og lage brudd, være mer på skuddet. De får holde i gang. Der oppe, gjør avtale. Få ballen også ut i bretten. Og Vicky. Se på mål! Hei, kom igjen! C'est bien les filles. Rod, continue, tu es en deux. Alison. Et toujours Alex. On fait. Tu souffles. Oui, c'est changement. Tu peux. Non. Il y a deux changements. Lorisa et Alex. Alex avec qui? Lorisa avec. Moi avec Camille, Lorisa est bien. Voilà.
Got a trip, yellow card. RM yellow card. Whoa, 2 minutes. She wasn't yellow carded earlier, but a quick discussion between the referees. Little handoff, Iglon. Blocked again. Enziminko. Bit of mopping required on the court. The sidestep, try to get inside, but well read by Solberg. Keeper plays in France for ici Paris. Zeminko, Nyombla, Aiglon. Intercepted. Aiglon struggling to get into the attack here. Öfterdal, long range shot, good save. Amandine Leno of Border. Well, Border being given a long time in attack here, normally used in defense. So with the French are back to full strength again after the suspension. Laurie Salandré can return, and meanwhile Lacrabert has been taken out. Aiglon. Lacrabert is in rather for Aiglon, and immediately service resumes with the cross-court run. Lacrabert restores a 3-goal lead for France. Dummy the pass to the line, just brought her the extra step. Empty goal then, they're trying to even up the numbers here. 15 more seconds before that full strength again, Öfterdal. Merck in the middle, oh yes, through, Christiansen scores! And midway through the first half, the lead reduced for France. And Zeminko Dembele going to be substituted. Little shimmy and then straight through on this occasion. Edwige slow to block the gap. "14 minutes remaining. Nyombla moving in on the left side. Oh, missed the connection completely. Suddenly it's going right now for Norway. A bit of pace, but it's taken to the wrong place. And the ball comes back to Silja Solberg, 26-year-old keeper. And slowly, Norway are edging themselves back into this game. Hansen has come on now for the attack. Norway at full strength, the ball's turned over. Out of play, it's a throw-in for France. Pinot, Aiglon still in the attack, looking for the line. She's fouled though. It'll be a free throw. Oh, and a 2-minute suspension. Öfterdal. Takes down, but there's also a clash of heads maybe. No, it took a chin onto her chest. So second suspension for Norway. Öfterdal is off. Into the line goes Laurie Salandré, who plays for Craiova in Romania. Drops back in, gets the ball, goes for the lob, and she's thwarted. And the French fans sit down again. The Norwegians, though, they're happy. He looks a bit lost in the sea of Norwegians, that French supporter. So out comes the goalkeeper again while they're short-handed. Hansen, Christiansen and Merck across the back. While Öfterdal is serving that suspension. Hansen, who scored 13 goals with a 65% success rate, the number 3 for Norway. Hansen, Merck, into the wing, good save! A free throw, good for each ways to take it. There was the attempted lob, but Silja Solberg came out so quickly. Lovely atmosphere in the arena. While watching this, Njomla's just taken over the broom and done a bit of mopping herself. 12 minutes of the first half remaining then. France with a 2-goal lead here. The Norwegians getting back into the game. That's going to be an attacking free throw for the Norwegians. Nurk has a quick word with the referee, Marko Mrvica. Crossover. They're going to get the goalkeeper back in again. Clips over the top. They managed to get the goalkeeper back in. Leonardo happy with that. Missing her completely, and they've given the ball away, trying to force it into the line. Break is on. And scored, and they're closing in. Norway have found their range. Hansen, the provider, straight into Kurtovic. The Larvik winger gets them back. 1 goal the difference. 7-4 lead for France. They've now been pegged back. Fliep has come in on the right wing for Kolczynski. The right back, but she's been used a lot on the right wing because they have no one else effectively. Need the left-hander. No way through for Lacabert. Good block. Hansen. There's a Beorsen. Good save. It'll go out to the side though. France keep possession with Hergarsson. Feels the tide is turning here for Norway. Lacabert thinks about it. No way there, Pinot. Gouet comes in, attacking foul, runs into the defence. And the initiative is swung here. The defending champions. Looking ominous now. Merck turns suddenly, goes to the middle. Christiansen into the line, well blocked. Pinot looks up. If she was quick about it, Gouet was free. Oh, it's a giveaway, straight down the middle. Norwegian fans celebrate, and we're past the 20-minute mark in this second semi-final. No power behind that. Solberg makes her third save from 4 shots. Back to the head for Kumholtz. Shot efficiency started terribly for Norway, but it's coming better and better, and they are level. Emily Hansen. Team timeout beckons. 3 goals without reply, and Norway are back.
Restez lucide, c'est toujours la même base. Le repli, s'organiser en attaque, toujours prendre de la vitesse. D'accord? Prendre de la vitesse, jouer sur des choses simples. N'oubliez pas l'interne. D'accord? On peut retravailler pour Alex. Le demi-centre, il faut que ce soit dangereux avec les passes. D'accord? Toi, traverse pas trop le milieu du terrain. Reste en appui. Toi, tu prends externe ou interne. On peut faire de l'interne. Allez, les filles.
Well, party atmosphere here in Gothenburg.
Hei, nå begynner det å ligne her. Vær disiplinert I forhold til der oppe. Vi skal ha avslutninger på mål. Vi bytter fortsatt 2, og hvis vi ikke rekker bytte, så det korteste vei. Gjør en jobb og lager brudd. Fortsett ha I hodet at vi skal takle. Når vi kommer opp I de, så takler vi mer.
Play resumes then after the team timeout with the scores now all tied, 7-all, 22nd minute. France have to dig deep now and get the initiative back. But the Norwegian defence is getting the measure of them. No, they haven't now. Fleep off the post and a big cheer. Away come Norway. Oh, Christiansen nearly stolen, but she got it in the end. And they are in front. 4 goals without reply. France have not scored now for 7 minutes. Lachabert comes in again. There's not enough space for Flip. Zeminko Nyombla. Attacking foul, was it? No. It was. The referee at the back prevails. And away come Norway, Krumholtz. Looking somewhat unhappy. It's completely slipped away from them now. France, who to beat the Norwegians really have to be on song all the time. Lack of consistency is hurting them. That 4-0 run has seen the Norwegians come back. 4-7 down to 8-7 up. Öftedal blocked it inside the area. It's a penalty, and Öftedal wins a 3rd penalty of the semi-final. Lost the footing initially, but picked herself up well. There was Christiansen's earlier goal. A bit of luck, but you make your own luck. So in comes Glosser, who's only saved 1 penalty from 11 in the competition so far. The Mets goalkeeper up against Merck, who scores, and the run continues. No need to panic. Even at 3 goals down, the Norwegians keep it cool. And now 5 goals without reply. So Lachabert to go into the middle as Ziegler comes in. He's trying to shuffle the deck at the back. Ziegler, although used as a defence specialist, has scored over 400 goals for France in 221 internationals. And again, a poor pass. They're starting to feel the pressure here. Just managed to release the ball into the wing. Covered. But they are really being stretched. Herem! Inside post. Penalty. And suddenly, they are up on all cylinders. Cuts inside. Idwish got drawn out. Flips inside the area. Yes, no, yes, no, yes. And yes. Well, that's a bit muted at the end. Merck. Oh, yes. Coolly done. Lino, a little hop, and it goes underneath. And France are reeling here. Merck celebrates. 6 goals without reply. Four penalties, 3 of them won by Öftedal. France, who now haven't scored for over 10 minutes. Trying desperately to get through, but the Norwegian defence is rock solid. Vorder on the far side. New player in the team, just 22 years of age. But she's proved herself to be an eminently superb defender, number 15. Holding up Lachabert. Smiles at least between the 2 players. Sporting exchange. just over 4 minutes remaining. And France have dried up here. That's not going to help. Bit of luck for them. And they've lost their way completely now. They're trying to fight the Norwegians one-on-one. And that's not going to work. Clock's been stopped again. Well, it has, after a quick start this game, the pace slowed down in terms of scoring for France, but for Norway, they are up and running. 6 goals in 11 minutes. Passive play being warned against France. They need a shot soon. Low shot, well wide. And it's all gone terribly wrong for France, the Olympic silver medalists. Rather anxious-looking bench. Norway, who until Rio Olympics were holding European, World and Olympic titles. They relinquished the Olympic title after losing to Russia in the semi-final, went on to win the title, beating France, of course. Here they are on track to defend their title with another goal. Arntzen, and Krumholtz just doesn't know what to do next. Does he use another team timeout? 7 goals without reply, and France, had started so well, with their defence now at 6s and 7s. Nzeminko. Nyabuyu is coming to the frame now. That's more like it. Twelve and a half minutes when they conceded 7 without reply, brought to an end finally. Courtesy of Manon Wet, the winger who plays for German champions Thüringen. Arntzen, Merck. Öfterdal, Merck, yes! Oh, puts it over the top though. Chance missed. Well, Krumholtz knows that they've given away the initiative here. Nyabuyu plays for Viborg in Denmark. Nyabuyu, number 28. 42 goals for them this season. They're shooting at Euro 2016, well, 6 from 12, 50%. It's had on the low side even for a back player. Still Lacabert trying to orchestrate things in the middle. Pino unable really to fire up the French attack. Long range shot. It's covered all the way by Solberg. And France have no answers here. 5th save for Solberg from 7 shots. As he said, that's a faulty substitution. We'll probably argue getting in each other's way anyway. Oh, fumble. And again, Merck does enough to spoil the fast break before stepping off and getting Bodo on in defence, and Hergersson appreciates the measure. Rather disconsolate, Lacabert goes off, head bowed. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Nyabuyu, Nzeminko, and Nyombla across the back. That'll help. Nyabuyu clips the frame, it stays in. Couple of goals now for France to get themselves back close. Oh, and again, Öfterdal, she's looking at the clock. 8 seconds. Arntzen, oh, straight through, save. Linu, save number 7, and there is the half-time buzzer. Well, what a semi-final we've had. France very much in charge at the beginning, but Norway have turned the table on them at the break. It's France 9, Norway 11. Dearie me, what happened there? France thought they had the perfect start to build on. see the last goal there by Nyabuyu. But Lacabert's face, I think, sums it up. What went wrong? Well, 12.5 minutes and a 7-0 turnaround is what went wrong for France, as the Norwegians very much asserted themselves here in Gothenburg. France, who've lost both the semi-finals they played at Euros against Norway, are nevertheless only 2 goals behind if they can just find their mojo in the second half. Got to pick themselves up. It's all about mental attitude. So the stats then, well, 44% on their shooting for Norway. France only 38%, well below par. And just the one fast break though for Norway. France haven't had any at all, so in that respect they're doing okay, but they have conceded 4 penalties. 8 turnovers France, 5 for Norway, and the suspensions, 2 of them for the Norwegians and just 1 for France. So Merck top scoring with 6 goals for Norway. Christiansen, Hansen and Kurtovic behind. Lacabert top scoring for France with 5. Host of other players on 1 behind her. But I'm afraid they've dried up. Here is the story of the game, and of course that good start by France. The Norwegians struggling, and then that 12.5 minutes with no goals when the game is turned on its head. So here in the second semi-final in Gothenburg at half-time, it's Norway 11, France 9. We're going to take a break as well. We'll leave you with the highlights of the first half. We'll see you shortly. So welcome back to the Scandinavian Arena in Gothenburg, in the south of Sweden. It's half-time here in the second semi-final of the day. France had started so well, leading 7-4, but then in a 12.5-minute blip, when they conceded 7 goals without reply, defending champions Norway have seized the initiative. But a late comeback by the French means that they still only trail by 2. It's 11-9. Great legend, Swedish handball, Magnus Wislander, giving a bit of time for the supporters here. That's very nice. We're just about ready for the second half. Will it be more the same, or can France dig deep and turn things around? So here we go, smiles all round for Norway, who did 11-9 against France at half-time in their second semi-final at the Women's EHF EURO 2016 in Gothenburg. France run ragged for the last 15 minutes of the first half. Trying to go through, no way there. The back line for France just dried up. Defensively, they lost their composure. While on the other side, the Norwegians are finding gaps in the defense. Öftedal winning 3 penalties. Oh, brilliant play. Good save. Glosser is coming goal. An early strike here would certainly help them get back in. They do sometimes hesitate. Gaps seem to be there when they could press through. Nyombla, but Lacabert not starting in the second half. They're going to stick with Nyabuyu. As we see that save again by Glosser. 38% save rate in the competition for the French keeper. The handoff into the wing. They've got to bring it quickly around to this side here. She's trying to drag the defence, block it off the post. Unlucky. Öftedal looks for the quick pass, does well to Christiansen. Merck. Cross court, now she's coming in, attacking foul. And the mojo has come back as Nziminko celebrates the block. At the end of the first half, the French had their heads down. I'm quite sure that Pinot, Lacabert have been jumping around, trying to get everyone re-energized. They've got to pick themselves up. It's not a big gap. They just have to work their way back into this game. And Zeminko, Njombla, Christiansen under pressure. Oh, it's gone in. Touched by Solberg, but it wasn't enough. Nyabuyu gets a second, but a quick throw off from the Norwegians. Merck. Knocked out of play, nearly stole it, and Iglon seems re-energized in the center of the defense. She's working alongside Beatrice Edwige. Iglon, who plays for Bucharest along with Njombla. Definitely good defense again. Njombla seems to think that should be hers. And a bit of a mopping required. Öfterdal, who's had a great semi-final, winning 3 penalties, 3 assists. That's the goal by Nyabuyu. Frustration for Solberg, who got a hand on it. Yes, around the corner. She saw that. Christiansen, Merck. Long range shot, deflected away by Glosser. Good start by her. Oh, they're level again. And France have come out and immediately pulled back the deficit inside 3 minutes. Now it's Norway who have to re-establish themselves here, and suddenly the bench are jumping up for every block they make. There it was, Nyabuyu again. Merck left it out. Big discussion around the non-selection with the Norwegians of Rigelhukkoren. It's one area where they are well covered as Frafjord strikes back, turns unmarked. Leaves no chance for Glosser. Nicely done. A bit of a drop back on the wrist. He's interesting with Kumholtz. He's got a player who's on form like Nyabuyu, and he takes her off and puts Lacabert back on again. And Zeminko tries to go through. Held up. Öfterdal and Christiansen doing a good job. And Zeminko, 45 goals this season for Sopot in the Hungarian league. Zadi, save straight down. Bit of a comfortable save in the middle there for Solberg. Zadi's had her moments, but on the whole, doesn't want to increase the pace. Great reaction. France with a deep defense, and Zeminko is pushing right up. Trying to cover the front here and split the Norwegian attack. Oh, and again! Lacabert couldn't hold her, she was behind, and Frafjord restores the 2-goal lead for Norway, almost on the stroke of 5 minutes played. Frafjord, a former captain of the Norwegian team, then was out for a while. These days it's Stina Öfterdal who's having a great match on the line. They've changed Edwige back on. Not so much a scorer as a blocker for the back players. Zadi, the 23-year-old Metz back player. France back within 1. Awkward bounce. France will host the next Euros 2018. Delighted to have made the last 4 here in a tough group. Germany, the Netherlands and Poland in the preliminary stages. Merck! They're taking a touch off a defender on the way through. It's going to be a throw-in from the corner. Norway keep possession. Öfterdal. Frafjord waiting right behind, teasing away. Blocked. Edwige getting a Slap on the arm of Öfterdal for the free throw. Frafjord drops in again. Looks for the line. That came off the foot of a defender. Accidental though. It's just a free throw. Vidwies. Passive play. They've got to get a shot away soon. Merck. Ball's loose. In the end, as they wrestle for it, it drops for Glossaire. Zadi. Buoyed maybe by a last shot. Aiglon. So the moment staying at right back. She'll swap soon. Here she goes. And then Ziminko will come back on again for France. Well, bottom of the picture, Tomac is warming up. 26-year-old Vipers Pistons and playmaker. Zadi, Lacabert. Ziminko. Shot. And Voda wrestling the ball with Edwige. It's given to France. And Lacabert breaking through and nearly had the shot. There's the save. Did Edwige get it? Well, the fans want it to be Norwegian, but it's a French ball. If you could influence, he's waving the other way, but no. Play resumes and France still with possession. Zadi has now gone into the left back position. They'll switch back. Here we go. Vidwies, Zadi in the middle. Chouette has not had a lot of the ball in the second half. Zadi, Lacabert. Good save again. Tries to pick it up, but Johnson a bit too far out. Couldn't get any power behind it. Back come Norway. Merck, briefly. A dangerous pass, didn't want to risk it. Öfterdal stays in the middle. As Frafjord comes to park herself in front of Merck. It's a helping hand from Zadi. Second line player goes in, Kuptovic. That should flatten things. Into the wing, big angle! Herem off the post, unlucky. Zadi looks for options, but the Norwegians are streaming back fast. Lacabert, Aiglon. Looks for the line, just beyond the outreached hands of Edwige. End-to-end stuff, and back come Norway. Christiansen. Edwige blocks her. It's a free throw. They're trying to get Öfterdal off, I think, but she can't hear. Tomac is ready. In with the shoulder, no. Foul, France. Possession stays. Glossaire staying focused, a 23-year-old, 51 internationals for France. And again off the metalwork, how unlucky for Norway. Merck switches back in. Got a bit of pace now, if they can move it left to the wing, to the line. Frafjord instead, save! Glossaire, number 3. Great reaction by the Mets goalkeeper, Frafjord. Herem. 10 minutes played in the second half. Norway still leading by 1. France outscoring them 3-2 in the second half. Now there's a gap, takes a shot, save Glossaire. 4th save. Ball down the middle, Lacabert. Looks to pass it to Huet. They're level again. Dino on her feet. This occasional defense caught out of place. Border hadn't got time to get in yet as they made the substitution. Well exploited. So much experience in this Norwegian team, though. They have made the substitution. The weather, a lot of punishment. Ball is stolen back by France. Zadi picks it up. Lacrabert races up, and team timeout for France. Norwegians finally managed to make that substitution, get Tomac on for Øftedal. They're off again.
Tomac, on rappelle les grandes lignes. Tomac, elle va beaucoup servir le pivot. Attention au pas trop partir. Gardez de la profondeur. Quand le pivot, il vient se placer dans le 2-3 là, et bien qu'il travaille en relation avec le poste 3. C'est dans le 1-2. Il faut que l'ailier couvre. Sinon que l'ailier, il faut absolument que le pivot il couvre que le poste 1 il couvre le pivot. C'est qui le pivot là? Le pivot c'est Gorita. Gorita il sort en effort. Alisson derrière c'est Alex, grâce Alisson. Prendre la vitesse et juste un peu.
Faut plonger dans les informations, les filles. Allez, lâche pas. Ils sont en train de péter le terrain. Allez, voir. Ah ça.
Avstand på krysset, kom i fart, spill dem rett, husk, kryper de opp, så spiller vi diagonalt, opp i været, diagonalt i kantene, de er helt ledige, og sier fra på det. Shanna bytter med Camilla litt rann, Marta fortsetter, og bakover igjen til, se opp dit.
So France resume, having for the second time in this second half, pulled the scores level again. Pino has come back into the attack, number 7, veteran of 193 internationals for France, 515 goals. She's in the middle now. Lacrabert staying close to the line, and she comes back to her right back position. And Landry has returned to the line. Zadi. Passive play's been called. Dembele looked like too many steps. Zadi's free. Awkward bounce. If they've taken a touch on the way out, it will be a throw into France. But they can't have more than 2, if that, passes left on the passive play. Inside the area anyway, on the far side by Kolczynski. And Norway come away with the ball. Not a great ball, but Merck runs on to save it. So Tomac in the middle, number 26 for Norway. Croatian parents actually played 11 times for Croatia, including at Euro 2010. Ironically, it was up against Croatia earlier on in this tournament. As we go through, oh yes! Lacrabert hoping for the attacking foul, but it wasn't. Christiansen scores. A third goal, a 60% success rate. Norway sneak back in front. Merck pulls in. The handoff, Zadi. Pino. Dembele, the captain, plays for Rostov-Don in Russia. Tries to turn. And that's a 2-minute suspension. Larissa Landry draws the foul of Silje Vorde, 22-year-old newcomer to the Norwegian team. She pulls away, uses all her power. So Vorde is off. France resume then with a power play, trailing by 1. With a space now, penalty, defending inside the area by Kurtovic. There was the handoff. It's almost as if she knew it was going to be a penalty. Got no power in the shot, a wry smile from Solberg. So Lacrabert's got to take it. Well, she's only scored 3 from 7 penalties at Euro 2016. Solberg has saved 4. Got it in that time. Clips the underside of the bar. It's level again. Right over the top. So into the left wing. Now, Sanna Solberg for Norway. Twin sister, the goalkeeper. They've taken out their goalkeeper to level up the odds here. Tomac waiting on the right, but Merck is brought down. She gets a free throw. That's fine. It runs the clock down. Christiansen. Find that defensive movement they had early in the match. Long-range shot came off a defender. May have touched it Louise on the way through of Christiansen. Just shy of 10,000 spectators here for this semi-final. Into the line, Grafjord, good save! Ball comes out. Lusser's fourth save, a 50% save rate. Whistle's already gone, it'll be a free throw only. Christiansen holding up. 7-year-old Pino. Veteran of almost 200 internationals for France, 515 goals. That was a shot at the other end. Saved by Glusser. But interestingly, the clock's still showing 1 second to go, but Bordeaux has come back on again. That's more a blip between the clock in the arena. Needed a quicker pass to the wing. We're midway through the second half, and there's nothing in it here. Looking for the line. Oh, yes! Top corner. She was diving already as she picked up the ball, Landry. First goal for her, Zadie the provider, under pressure from Grafjord at the shoot before she landed. May have even had a touch before that. Amazingly, France are back in front again. Outscoring Norway 6-3 in the second half. Norwegians restricted to 3 goals in 16 minutes. Ergason needing to find some solutions. Time. Hansen's there. Well, that's inside the area. Despite the save, possession turned over again. Hansen back in the frame. Tomac trying to inject some pace. Different kind of play with Tomac to Oftedal, who drives in. Hansen under pressure, clips the bar. The shot, bit of a touch, Glusser, 7th save for the French keeper. Just 11 shots. Zadie is checking to see if she can get it to the line. She can't, it's well covered. Nyombla, Lacrabert wants to get back again for her run. Nyombla, Zadie into the keeper, free throw. Fouled in the act of shooting. Anxious look from the French fans. They've had to dig deep, France, because at half-time they were heads down, having lost the initiative. Oh, Nyombla can't pick the ball up. Turnover, long pass down, intercepted by Lacrabert. And look at the reaction, punches the air. 29-year-old who plays for Vardar Skopje in Macedonia, alongside one of her opponents today, Camilla Herrem. So that the goalkeeper in the first half, Lynn, also plays for Vardar. So, nicely poised here. Nziminko shifts to the centre now. Landry drops in. Attacking foul. Border. Tomac racing in. Merck, the wing needs it. Lacrabert switch straight down the middle. And Glusser save number 8. And she's making Norwegian lives a misery, the French keeper. 67% save rate. Well, the goals have dried up, but there's plenty of drama. We knew this would be low scoring. Two of the best defences in the business facing each other. Shot efficiency, Norway just 37%. Helped in no small part by the French goalkeeper's performances. Tipped over the top, Solberg trying to find it. And team timeout, Helgersson for Norway. Straight down the middle by Tomac. Stuck to her shirt with the resin, and there the response at the other end by Solberg.
Det er god tid, ta litt styring i situasjonen. Stine bytter med Marta, Sanna blir 2-1. Der oppe, hvis de ligger høyt med den toeren der, kan være et slå bak. Vi kan kjøre Jukker også. Kjøre Jukker, komme på Emilie i storfart. Sånn at vi går av den spilleren. Og husk, når vi går opp, og vi kjenner at de kommer, så vet vi at vi har kantene der i solfa. Men litt mer bevegelse.
Allez, on relance un petit, d'accord? On travaille pour elle. Ok? Et quand ça dure un petit peu, bon, t'as raté la réception, mais c'est sur la balle d'avant que t'aurais dû aller au tir. Ouais, t'étais toute seule. Tu pouvais pas, quand l'attaque elle dure, prendre la vitesse, prendre du tir. D'accord? On continue en défense, on est mobile. On accompagne un pic, tu as ta profondeur. Tu parles, ça va aller tout seul. Monter les balles sans les jeter. C'est bien, Grasse, continue, reçois bien toutes tes balles en courant. Essaye, quand t'es un peu gêné, de remonter les balles.
Encore plus faire attention, plus va d'être mort que le filles. C'est bien les filles.
So Norway need to turn things around here. The fans still enjoying the occasion, hoping for a late comeback as Oftedal returns for Tomac in the centre of the attack for Norway. Can she inject the pace needed, those driving runs that earn the penalties? Takes on straight away, she's done it! Instantly. The tonic Norway needed. Oftedal, who plays in France, ici Paris, 4th in the French league. 39 goals for them this season. Merck. And scores over the shoulder of Gosser. It's all square again. Smiles in the Norwegian fan zone. 5 from 5 for Merck. One penalty for France. Zadi. Zeminko. Dembele teasing a bit. Got to be careful. Zeminko, 2 on the line. Attacking foul by Landré. And back come Norway. The score's locked at 15-all. Fafjord, the Norwegian line play, interestingly, came into this match after 6 matches at Euro 2016 with stats of 18 goals from 18 attempts. Here today, though, the French defence have put enough pressure on her. She scored 2 from 5. It's rather spoiled her 100% record. She won't mind as long as they can win, though. But at the moment, it's nicely poised, all square here in what we knew would be a low-scoring affair. Aiglon again, but she's going to go off. No, wave back on again. Well, now he changes his mind. Krumholtz can't quite decide. Off go Nyabuyu and Aiglon. So Zeminko and Lacrabert return. 8 minutes of the semi-final remaining. Just 10 goals in the second half. 6 for France, 4 for Norway. Bit of space, looking for the line. Came off the leg of one of the defenders. Helgersson didn't see it. Fafjord it was. Penalty. Again, the connection between Zadi and Landry delivers the goods. Lovely supply straight between the legs of Frafjord, and there's the foul. Caught from the back. There Gerson can't believe it. Change the keeper for Norway. In comes Kari Alvik Grimsbo. Saved 2 in the competition so far. Huet will take over for penalties. 2 from 2 at Euro 2016 for the French winger. Make that 3 from 3, and France edge in front again. Huet, who plays the German champions Thüringen, gives the advantage back to France. 16-15, 7 minutes to go. Moore. Oh, deflection. Hansen shot. Grosser already committed. It's 16-all again. How unlucky. Edwige, the player who caught it. Fans are loving it. Hansen, who plays for Bjorsen. 4th in the Norwegian league at the moment. Sleeper's return on the wing. Inside the area anyway. Norwegian ball. They're racing forwards now. Øftedal looking ominous. Hansen. Frafjord, brilliant. They're back in front again. The defending champions, look at the relief on the bench. And Norway, 2 quick goals, and suddenly the complexion of the game changes. Frafjord just stays outside the line and beats Grosser. Concentrating it so much in the centre, France. Maybe need a bit more width on the attack, but team timeout call by Krumholtz.
Camille va faire quelques attaques, d'accord? Alex, on va passer demi-centre. Oh, Alex, t'es où? Prends de la vitesse. Tu joues en 2. Toi, tu souffles. Nios, tu y vas, d'accord? Béa, tu repars. Béa, tu repars. Toi, tu changes avec Nios, d'accord? Ouais, pardon. Toi, tu joues en défense. Toi, tu joues en défense et en attaque, d'accord? Ça fait 2. C'est Siraba qui change avec Lyon. Siraba qui change avec Lyon. Vous 2. Poste 2. Poste 2.
Double troisième,
Vi spiller det forsvaret som var det siste forsvaret. Det er ingen som stikker nå uten å ta returer. Og så kan vi kjøre. Men vi har disiplin der oppe. Og hei, jenter, spill det samme spillet. Is i magen. Se når åpningene kommer. Angrip de. Samme gode bevegelser. Kom igjen nå!
So the minutes ticking away here in Gothenburg. France trailing by 1. Lacrabert is back in again. Huet. Iglon into the wing. Fleet saved. Solberg. 10th save. 53% save rate for the keeper from ici Paris. Five minutes remaining in the semi-final. Norway just in front here, but having a good spell. Ah, Frafjord, 2-goal lead. The Norwegians see a little daylight all of a sudden. Oh, 2-minute suspension. The foul on Edwige. Off goes Hansen as they celebrate the goal at the other end. There's the foul, number 3 behind. Gives her a good tug, and then lets go when she's on her way down. Meanwhile, there was the goal to put them 2 up. So a power play for France here. They've got to make it count. Lachabert! Penalty. Defending inside the area by Vorder. A wry smile from Celia Solberg. Goes around. They're so close to going in as well. But they're happy with the penalty. Wet once more. Oh, saved by Celia Solberg. A huge cheer around the arena. And a chance for France to get right back in behind Norway. Goes begging. Brilliant reaction by the 26-year-old. Suddenly, the arena has erupted. Pino comes back on again at the front of the defense. They're pushing deep now, trying to unsettle the build-up. She's got to split the attack. Christiansen, goalkeeper's out while they're short-handed. Christiansen. Pino taps every now and again to try and unsettle into the wing. Off the foot, there's an empty goal. Glossaire didn't look up. They've managed to get back in now. Dembele, Pino, Aiglon, good defending. It was the other Solberg, overbounced it, Dembele. And they are fluffing the lines here late on France. Norway can take the pressure back now, don't have to speed up. Chance to go through. May have got a touch actually on Solberg. They'll run the clock down on the suspension. We're well inside the last 3 minutes with a 2-goal lead. Seven all now in the second half, the scoring. Free throw. Pino says, I went for the ball. Gergersson facing, looks up at the clock, 2.5 minutes. They're that close. But they still have to stay concentrated. It could change so quickly. Fjord pulled away from the ball, but it's a free throw. They're back at full strength, Norway. Playing a deep defence is fine, but Fjord's looking for the space. Oftedal! Surely that's going to be it! France try and get the ball going quickly. Her first goal, but she's won the penalties, and that's where the difference has been. Into the last 2 minutes, Solberg again. This time off Aiglon, and the crowd are on their feet. Lachabert are back with Nyombla and Zeminko. They need something drastic here. Edwige on the line. Nyombla, Lachabert, and Zeminko fumbles. Didn't touch her foot. 1.5 minutes off the post. Wet tries to get the ball. Kurtovic has it. It will be a free throw. And Solberg, what a performance. Well, we knew this wouldn't be high scoring, but surely they've done enough now. Oftedal breaking away and giving them a 3-goal lead that seems unassailable right now. Coming up to 1 minute played. This could finish it off. It will! Kurtovic. And now it is beyond France inside the last minute. Well, they fought bravely in the second half to overcome that morale-busting 7-0 run they had against them. Came back in real good spirits. But Norway, as they so often do, soak up the pressure and take the initiative away from France. They steal the ball back and they will amble up now. No rush needed. They are in their 10th European Championship final, and for the 3rd time running, they have beaten France in a semi-final. It wasn't to be for Les Bleus. Merck, Öftedal, last shot. Glosser has it. And there it is! Norway in yet another final. They have been in the last 7 finals. 5-1, 2 loss. They now have a chance to win another title. The final score here in Gothenburg, France 16, Norway 20. Well, the French threw everything at them and at one point looked to have turned things around, took the lead, but slowly and surely, helped by Solberg, brilliant in goal with 13 saves, 59% save rate, and the 4,000 fans who travelled from Norway have been rewarded. Smiles all round for France dejection. What do they have to do to beat Norway in the last 4 of the major competition? They haven't found that formula yet. Brave attempt by them. Norway will defend their title. Merck smiles all round with their 7 goals. Christiansen. So it is time for the player of the match, the French players on the far side. Disconsolate. Glosser did what she could in goal with 8 saves. Silja Solberg, the 26-year-old who plays in France for Ici Paris, picks it up with 13 saves, 59% save rate, including a penalty. What a performance by her. And the crowd are on their feet, and Norway maintain their 100% record at Euro 2016. They have been truly formidable. They can soak up any pressure you throw at them, even from difficult situations. The fate of their opponents always somehow seems to end up with defeat. Here are her best moments. So the celebrations can start in earnest. It will be Norway against the Netherlands, a repeat of the World Championship final last year. Fans scattered around the arena. They have to go to all 4 sides. In the end, France didn't have the solutions. It was low scoring as we suspected. France for a long time looked like they were in control in the second half, but never right off the Norwegians. We turned the tables on them. 16-15 up became 16-20 defeat for France. So we have our finalists. Congratulations to Norway. Christmas has come early. So the statistics, 42% success rate for Norway, 35 for France, low on both counts, but we knew that with the defences they were up against. Only 1 fast break each as they cancelled each other out. But the 15 turnovers for France compared to 10 for Norway in the end took their toll. And it's Norway who celebrate. Top scorer for France was Lacrabert with 6 goals, but she was outscored by Merck with her 7 goals, Frafjord with 4, right behind her. France will have to settle for the bronze medal playoff against Denmark. A deserving Norwegian team, and this is how the match looked, and you can see how at the end France dried up, I'm afraid, for the last 15 minutes and were just held out as the Norwegians steamed ahead and took control of the game. So we have our final. Norway have beaten France 2016 and will play the Netherlands in the final. Hope you've enjoyed it, but for now, from me, Paul Bray, goodbye.